We are live. It is just Go Sno tonight. Miss Cat had to work, so I figured I would pass the time while she's at work while doing a live with you guys. So that's what we're doing. Might touch on a few different conversations. Might let you guys in on a few little, secrets, sneak peeks. Anybody who shows up in the live tonight. Looks like we got one person in here already. We got two people. I'm pulling up my YouTube right now so I can see any comments. How's everybody doing out there tonight? Eight people. That was quick. I'm trying to pull this up right now, guys, so I can see any comments. I'm having problems getting to it. There we go. All right. 8 people in the house tonight. What's going on? Hip Finds, what's up? No Miss Cat tonight. You guys just got me. I'm just passing the time till she gets home from work about 10 o'clock. So you guys probably have me till anywhere between 7:30. Just answering questions, shooting the breeze. Might let some of you guys in on some sneak peeks. There's some stuff we got going on around the house here. Taylor McAuliffe, how you doing? What's up? Any interesting finds, Taylor? I haven't seen you post anything on Instagram recently. We got 14 people in the house tonight. What's going on, everybody? No Miss Cat tonight. You're tuning in just to see me for the moment. Miss Cat had to work. What's up, Geek Strong? It's a name I recognize. 14 people in here. Hip finds. What have you guys been up to? Any bargains? Oh, there's always bargains. What have we been up to? Well, this week's video is going to be really good. We went to the flea market. We bumped into another certain YouTuber, FF. I don't know. That's all I'm going to say. And we found some good stuff. So that's going to be the video drops this week. And there's going to be, if you watch, you would see that we posted a while back in front of an empty wall. Well, now you guys are going to see what that empty wall has turned into. Starting with this weekend's video, and then following next weekend's video will be the grand reveal. So, okay, Stephen Robotham from the UK. What's up from the UK? Thanks for watching from across the pond. We got T McDougal. What's up, Snow? Hey, what's up? Thanks for stopping in on the live and hanging out with me. Taylor McCall says, can't wait for them garage sales. I got enough garage sale footage stocked up. It'll hold me until the garage sales start again. So I'm all right in there in that department. But I just got a message from Miss Cat. She made it to work safely, so that's good. 9 people in the house. What's going on out there, everybody? What'd you guys think of the Retro Rick video? I was really happy with that. We gained a whole bunch of new subscribers off that, about 300. We just broke the 5,000 sub mark. So, meeting Retro Rick in person. Hey, Retro Rick is as advertised. Brandon Archer, what's up? Retro Rick is the coolest, most humble guy. Me and him still talk. Miss Cat's in the chat. Ethel Jordan say, hey, Miss Cat, she just made it to work safely. So, Hip Finds, I'm from the UK as well. We love you guys here. That's great. It's humbling. It's hard to believe that we have viewers from Argentina, Germany, Canada, England. It's great, and a lot of our biggest fans, like Steve Walmsley, I'll say his name. He's from England. He's been supporting us for a long time. So we love everybody, not just our overseas viewers, but all of you. Congrats on the 5K subs. You deserve more. We feel the same way, but hey. It's a process, and we trust in the process, and we feel if we keep putting out quality content, if you put it out, the viewers will come. There's just 5,000 really smart people out there right now. Who knows? So what else? I know it's kind of boring without Miss Cat here. You ain't got something pretty to look at, but we'll make it through. The Retro Rick video was the best yet. Yeah, I was really happy with the Retro Rick video, and it's not doing as well because our vlog videos don't do as well, but I'm really happy with that car museum video too. And the more I edit, and the more I get them montages down and stuff, the more I'm going to bring you guys higher quality content. But yeah, back to Retro Rick. That dude is as advertised on how you see him on YouTube, and the person that he is. He really is like that. You know, he first thing he did was he came up and gave Miss Cat a hug. You know, and we're so excited that we're gonna go back. Retro Rick's gonna be doing like a convention in October of next year, and me and Miss Cat's already discussed it. We've already talked to him about getting a couple of spots, and we are gonna go set up for our very first pop up ever. We're gonna pop up at Retro Rick's, and we're gonna sell our vintage clothing there. So, you guys heard it here first. Thanks for tuning in live. We'll fill you in on a few more little, hidden secrets. Show your kit collection. Oh man. I need to I could do a collections video with my shoes. I could do a collections video with my hats. And of course you already seen my jerseys, but then you go rock t-shirts. I'm just, where was that again? Conway, Arkansas. It was a 9.5 hour drive to Retro Rick's. I didn't show off something I got handy just sitting right next to me. I'm proud to death of this shoe. This is the Adidas Crazy 8 Nightmare Before Christmas colorway. That's just one of the many shoes in my collection. Or, the Reebok Pump Twilight Zones. Okay. I'll give you guys a sneak peek of one of the good finds of this weekend's upcoming video. This is one of the better finds I find at the flea market this upcoming video. We bump into, like I said, another YouTuber there, and we both found good stuff. So, but yeah, here's a sneak peek of what I find. And the price I got these at is a flex. Jealousy your jersey collection. Oh, I put a lot of work. This is like only like the second time I've ever worn this. This is that Clippers jersey. I put a lot of work in that jersey collection. But actually, I'm having a hard time finding jerseys now and players now I don't have. Because I don't want to just go to eBay and just look up a player and bang buy it. I like to find them on Poshmark or in the wild. And so I've actually been focusing on Miss Cat's collection here lately. She's gained a few jerseys. What else do I have that I can show? I don't know. We got so much stuff going on for you guys. What's up, Shagan? I'm a resell it. If y'all ain't checked out Shagan's channel, I'm a reseller. You guys need to go check him out. His channel's great. Do y'all ever pick up Fear Street books? I collect them, and some are really rare to find. I haven't seen any recently. I know I pick them up because they fall in the same category as Goosebump. I happen to have a stack in my storage area. I might have to go through. I'm sure there might be some Fear Street in there. I'm thinking that's right. The Fear Street was a Goosebumps off series, right? Yeah, I got a lot of flex. Yeah, Hitfind says flex. Yeah, I haven't done a flex video in a minute. I don't know. I guess I need to get back to it. It's like what. There's only so much I can flex, and it's like I caught a lot of flack on the Adidas shoe video because people was like, "This dude's out here flexing Adidas," and it's like apparently I'm living in a world where if it's not a Travis Scott or some collaboration, that nobody cares. So. I'm an old school shoe collector, so they talk a lot of crap there on Instagram when you post in flex videos, and then YouTube is then again all the stuff. I have one flex video where I'm flexing the Alien, the 1979 Kenner Alien, that right now quite literally is on Instagram, has 68,000 views. It's on the edge of going viral, and right here on YouTube, the same short has got like 300. Y'all, if y'all can explain these algorithms to me, I'd love that, because I can't quite figure that out. But yeah, and I guess that's the reason why I haven't done another flex video here recently, because it drags the algorithm down here on YouTube for us, which that doesn't matter. And I'm afraid that it's going to draw the attention away from the one I got on Instagram that's doing like 68,000, because I've just kind of let that one ride. We got 11 people in the house tonight. What y'all doing on a Thursday night? Flex shorts are fun, and honestly, it was decent. Just keep flexing. I had a Reebok flex all ready to go, and it's like, and I got the listings for it and everything. All I got to do is shoot it, and I'm just, I can only imagine how bad I'm going to get ripped up and down in the comments for flexing Reebok of all things. Hell, there was years I wouldn't even buy Reebok myself. As I've gotten older now and realized that Reebok had some of the most killer looking shoes in the 90s. It was insane. You know, they had the Reebok Spaghettis, they had the Blast, they had the Blacktop Streets, the Pumps. I mean, Reebok was, then of course the Iverson series. Reebok was just on fire for a long time. Oops. I'll show off a rare Reebok shoe right quick. This is going to be new. When you see our new background, this is going to be part of the new background. Here's a Reebok. This is a Reebok Blast. Nick Van Exel used to wear this shoe. And hell, like I said, I get roasted for flexing this on Instagram. I'm sure of it, but tell me that's not a cool looking shoe. And they go for, I think the last time I looked, this one right here was going for like 140, 180. Oh, back to the comments here. 14 people, 10 likes. Counting on you guys in the comments to keep me going here. Y'all watching any Christmas movies? Me and Miss Cat we have our go-to Christmas movies, but we've been trying to look to add some into our viewing schedule. Of course, you got Die Hard, you got Gremlins, we've got Jingle All the Way, Home Alone 1 and 2, but we need a few more to fill in some of the gaps, and we checked out one today called Merry Friggin' Christmas. Got Robin Williams in it from 2014, and that was a really good movie. So I highly recommend you checking that one out. Jake Hucksters from the UK. There's several of you guys in here from the UK. Oh yeah, we've seen Bad Santa. I already watched that this season. That's one of the early ones I watched. But we have to watch that one when Stryker's taking a nap, because we certainly don't want him to have that kind of view of Santa. But all right, we got Jake Hucksters, yo, from the UK. Hey, you're like the third or fourth one in here from the UK. I wonder, do you guys know each other? Y'all from the same area? The Ghost of Fear Street books are a lot like Goosebumps books, but the regular Fear Streets are darker and for an older audience than Goosebumps. Okay. He says, hip finds, I assume it's Nike collectors hating. Variety is the spice of life, and why your channel is popular. You show us interesting items and especially things I've never heard of. Well, that's the thing. That went back to even when I was a kid. I don't know what it was about me, but I didn't want what everybody else had. I wanted something different. You know, it's like everybody back then was rocking, Jordans or whatever, and I was wearing Allen Iversons in school, or Penny Hardaways. I don't know. I don't tend to follow the crowd. It's like I'd love to have a pair of Travis Scotts because I like him as an artist, but I'm just, I don't feel like I had that I have to have a pair of Travis Scotts or even a pair of MJs in my collection for clout. I've got shoes like these shoes right here. These are $320, $340 to people, and these are more expensive than some Jordans. So, yeah. Or even these. Miss Cat had gotten me these. These were dead stock, never worn. Let me know if you guys know what these are. These are really rare shoes. And so anybody can go out and get yourself a pair of Jordan 10s or go walk in and get a pair of Jordan 1s. Walk into a store and find a pair of these. That's what you do right there. Okay, back to some comments here. Okay, I'm going to resell it. Four Christmases was good. I'm going to resell it. I haven't seen that. Might have to check into it. Right now, the next one on our list is a movie called All Is Bright. It's got Paul Giamatti and Paul Rudd in it. And me and Miss Cat are kind of looking forward to that one. So, Retro Egg UK. Hey, Snow. Sorry, another UK guy in the feed. Found your channel via Retro Rick collaboration, and I'm loving it. All right. Well, hey, the more UK, the merrier. We love the fact that we're across the pond and we're in Argentina and we're in Germany. It's like Go Sno worldwide. What else we got here? Hip finds, trains, planes, and automobiles decent. It's funny that you bring that up. That is one of Miss Cat's favorite movies of all times. It really is. Miss Cat has a thing for Steve Martin, and then she has a thing for Dan Aykroyd, and a thing for me. That girl got a lot of things. But yeah, yes. So yeah, I've seen planes, trains, and automobiles a few times. What's up? Retro Rick brought me here. Edwin's Video Games. Well, thank God for Retro Rick bringing all you guys, new guys here. We love Retro Rick. That man is as advertised. He's the most humble, coolest dude we met. Gave us a lot of bonus scenes, showed us them Ric Flair trunks or took us up to his office. He was so accommodating. And actually, I'll let you guys into a little bit. We were supposed to have been in there. We got there at 10 o'clock in the morning when he opened, and we was figuring to be out of there by noon so we could get to the Celebrity Car Museum by 2 o'clock. Well, I'll tell you what happened. We didn't get to the Celebrity Car Museum until 4 o'clock because we brought in so much trade, and I'm not exactly sure what had happened, but we crashed Retro Rick's computers twice. So Yeah, we ended up being there. Instead of being there 2 hours, we was there for 4 hours. And you know what? We lost 4 hours in that place, just hanging out. It's great being around like-minded people. Okay, back to the comments. Random Shorts was good. Snow and Cat. What's the Tales from the Crypt? Was good. Snow and Cat. What's that Tales from the Crypt Christmas episode? I'm not sure what Tales from the Crypt Christmas episode you're referring to. I'm going to have to look into that. I'm not totally up to par on Tales of the Crypt, especially after, as in later seasons. I quit watching them. What's your favorite film from the last 5 years? My favorite film from the last 5 years. Does it come out in the last 5 years? That's tough, because me and Miss Cat don't go and see a lot of new movies. We seen Top Gun Maverick. I don't know, you kind of got me on that one. That's a tough one there. The last 5 years. That'd be 2019. I don't know. You got me on that one. Sorry. I think in the UK we had a big weekend car boot sale. It's dying out, but I'm an 80s kid, so it's very nostalgic. I've watched, there was a couple guys I watched from the UK. I like them car boot sales. That's interesting. Actually, I've seen people actually steal from these car boot sales. I'd like to see what you guys buy over there and what the prices are. It's definitely really interesting to me. And I can only imagine the fun you guys would have if you had these kind of sales over in your area. And I hear that all the time. It's like, well, if we had the kind of sales that you had in the UK, or we wish we had those kind of sales. So, I know you love retro. That's why I asked about modern ones. Yeah, yeah, I don't watch a lot of the modern films. That's the thing. I can say, well, I tell you what, we can go back to this Halloween one we just watched. What the hell was it? Well, Miss Cat, it was in one of the most recent episodes. We watched this new Halloween film. Scarecrow. It was some Scarecrow movie. I can't think of the name of it now. That was a really good movie. Because that's the only thing we do watch new is horror movies as they come out. So. Dean Mitchell, hey Snow, nice to see you guys back live. Yeah, I come live tonight because Miss Cat had to work. We've been busy. We've been changing our backdrop. We've been getting footage, getting content. We hit the flea market last weekend. We've been doing a lot of things. I don't know the title of the Tales of Crypt episode, but I watched it a couple months ago and it's on YouTube. I meant to look into that to check that out. Me and Miss Cat literally just watched Black Christmas today while Stryker was taking a nap. We still got to get our horror fix in even for Christmas time. And I'm thinking Silent Night, Deadly Night's going to be one of them. I got to get in there real soon because Linnea Quigley, of course. But what about top 3 of all-time movies? Oh, top 3 of all-time movies. Well, that's... I'll forever say that Dangerous Minds was it was between Dangerous Minds and White Men Can't Jump are my 2 favorite movies of all time right then and there. So that settles any of that for the top 2. And then, of course, I have to have a horror movie in the 3rd spot because that's what it is. And then my favorite horror movie is really a toss-up between Friday the 13th Part 7 or Night of the Demons. And I have to give it to Night of the Demons because I don't know, it was just one of the things that resonated with me when I was a kid. So I guess that was the answer. You got White Men Can't Jump, Dangerous Minds, and Night of the Demons. Or it could be Dangerous Minds, White Men Can't Jump, and Friday the 13th Part 7. That's not too bad, I guess. Boy, Jake Hucksters, you come with the tough questions. And I ain't got Miss Cat here to help me do the thinking. That's all right. No worse than being, grilled by the police. So have you guys seen Black Christmas? Me and Miss Cat watched the remake today. I need to get her to go back to watch the original. I think the original one's far better. But have you watched Hustle? Adam Sandler, basketball film. Watched it last night and thought it was pretty good. Yeah, it was all right. I watched it because the professor had a cameo in it. And I knew Adam Sandler always had a passion for basketball. So I knew he was going to do well with it. I expected it to be a little better than it was, but it wasn't terrible. I suggest go out and check out a movie called Champions. Woody Harrelson just done it here not too long ago. He coaches a group of special needs kids playing basketball, and that movie is great. So, and what I don't recommend is the remake of White Men Can't Jump because that was god awful. top three. Nobody asked for it, but I'll give it to you anyway. What the top three basketball movies of all time? What you got? That's tough. You got Eddie. I love Eddie with Whoopi Goldberg. Yeah, that was a good one. Celtic Pride is another good one, and then Space Jam, of course. Love from Ohio. What's up, Jay Cash? Ohio's just right next door. We'll never beat Coach Carter. Yeah, if you want, okay, well, then you got basketball movies, then you got basketball dramas like Coach Carter, Love and Basketball. Those were kind of basketball dramas to me. You know, Above the Rim, too, was decent. Do you miss your long hair? I had a hello from Bakersfield, California. Miss Cat is from California, so we got some California in the house. New Creepshow Comics Christmas edition. Have to check that out. Okay, I'm getting. Do I miss my long hair? Well, I'm growing it long again, as you can see, but I'm not going to grow it to the point like I had it with dreads. Miss Cat used to braid it back in 2 braids for me, which made it real convenient when I be playing basketball or whatever. So that's the length I'm going back to now. Do I miss my dreads? Absolutely not. El Tenda's in the house. What's up, El Tenda? Make sure you guys give him a follow on Instagram and YouTube. El Tenda collects toys, and his toy collection is second to none. So, and he posts videos, shorts, and about unboxing those toys. So, Artful Dodger says New Creepshow Comics Christmas edition. I'll have to look into that. Shedness Hunting. Okay, Shedness Hunting. You're from Bakersfield, California. I recognize that name. He comments a lot. So. Random Short says Above the Rim. Above the Rim is one of the ones that I haven't seen in a long time. You guys remember Sixth Man? That's a Wayans movie. What's your best profitable find you found? Ever, this year, this month? That you gotta be a little more specific. I've had a lot of really, really good high-end finds. I bought a record cutter for $100 and sold it for $800. I bought a motorcycle helmet for $20 and sold it for $800. Recently, we found this Lord of the Rings shirt for $2 and it's worth about $600. We paid $15 for a hat. It's worth about $500. So I've taken anywhere from 80 to 100 and turned it into 1,000. Is on a single item is about the best I've done. So yeah, that's I'm trying to think. It was between a record cutter and a motorcycle helmet. I'm just trying to figure out which one, because the record cutter I bought it for $100 and sold it for $850 or $880, and the motorcycle helmet I bought for $20 and sold it for, I think it was $780 or something like that. So yeah, I guess the motorcycle helmet would technically be better. 18 people in the house tonight. What's up, everybody? You guys got nothing better to do on a Thursday night than hang out with me? Even without Miss Cat here to look at? Wondering what tattoos do you have and what's the reasons if it's not too personal? I got all kinds of tattoos. Arms, legs, chest, stomach, face, whole back. Each one has different meanings. I got my kids' names on my arms. I got P-Town, where I'm from. I'm at work, Eric Bolt. You're at work? Oh man, how you get away with watching YouTube at work? I need a job like that. I did some time, so I got some gang tattoos on me. Got, of course, the teardrops, which is something that everybody asks about. We can just address that right out the gate. No, I haven't killed anybody. There's 2 types of teardrops. Teardrops that are colored in solid black is that you killed somebody. Teardrops that are hollow, you're mourning something. It could be a loss. For me, one's for each full year I spent in prison. I can't get those years back. That's what those 2 mean, so we can address that right out the gate. What do you do at work, Eric Bolt? Where you can watch me and still do your job. Then we're back on the tattoos. I got this right here. We got this one right here on my wrist. Miss Cat has that one too. It says Ethel and Michael with the infinity ring. So we got we both have matching tattoos. If you find any old Buco motor okay, Artful Dodger. See, that's what I sold. I've sold multiple Buco motorcycle helmets, and the one that I sold that I paid $20 for and sold it for $780, I think it was at the time. Was like a 1956 Buco helmet. It was one of the very earliest ones. It was in great condition. And I've sold just Buco helmets without the lining and stuff for $100. I've been on the Buco helmet train since like the American Pickers. You know, and I've had at least 4 or 5 in my tenure, and I've always sold them for $100 or more. Okay, El Tenda says my wife is a tattoo artist. Yeah, she does some really good work. I see her on Instagram. El Tenda's wife's a great look. I mean, her tattoo and her portfolio looks great. that that is a cool share of your old life experiences. Well, some people find it distasteful. I have a feeling that maybe the fact that I've done some time, and maybe the fact that the name of my channel carries some suggestion, is part of the reason as to maybe YouTube don't push us as much. Me and Kat's talked about rebranding because of that reason. Somebody even said it. If you go and read the comments on Retro Rick's video of, people were talking noise about me, which I don't care. I got thick skin anyway. But they were, somebody said, well, he definitely looks like he's a cokehead or this or that and the other. And I just went in there and said, look, I said, the name is from, first off, as I rap, and I can rap really fast. So that's where the go-go comes from. And the snow is because I'm white. Plain and simple. I said, but appreciate the misinformation you're spreading. There's a lot of that goes on nowadays. So I figure people, I've said my name enough on my channel, I figure people want to know about me. They Google my name. It's going to pop up. I'm in prison anyway, so I've been in prison, so I don't bother to hide it no more. Sneaky. I'm just kidding. I'm a quality control at a factory. I'm staying busy working and watching. We're just kind of slow tonight. Hey, if you walk around, get your headphones in, do your job, I'm cool with that. I love having more people in here. So if you don't mind telling me what you do time for. What I do time for? Okay, well, there's 20 people in here, so I guess I can't incriminate myself too much. I did time for selling drugs. I was selling pills, plain and simple. I got 10, well, it would have been 10 suspend 4, 6 do 3, but I actually just pled it down. I got a 6 do 3. I done just right around 2.5 years in prison. It was one of them things you do when you're young. You didn't want to. I was making money selling drugs. I didn't really want to work. It was just, what they don't tell you is they tell you when you go to jail, you go to prison, your debt to society is supposed to be paid. You're supposed to be rehabilitated when you get out. And what they don't tell you is when you get out, nobody will help you do anything. They don't want to hire you. They don't want. So then they wonder why people go back to a life of crime. See, me, on the other hand, I went to auctioneer school. But then I got to auctioneer school. I get halfway through the school that I pay thousands of dollars to be in auctioneer school. And I get to legal day, and they tell me, well, you may not even be able to get licensed. So, because I was a felon. So I quit auctioneer school that day. I drive all the way back home from Indianapolis, and I'm hanging out, and I'm talking, and I'm thinking, man, I was like, there's chances. So I went to some guys in the community, some antique dealers I was friends with, and some other resellers who were pillars in the community, and I had them write letters of recommendation about me as a person, because they left me in charge of their stores and everything else. And I was like, forget this. I'm going to go back and finish auctioneer school, and I'll just hang my hat on the fact that I'll go in front of the state licensing board, and I'll plead my case. And that's what I did. I went and aced the test. Well, they bring me in there to the state licensing board, and you're walking in there like almost like a board of directors. You got 4 people on this side of the table, 4 people on this side of the table, 1 person at the head of the table, and they're asking you 1,000,001 questions. Why should we give you your license? Why should we do this? Why should we do that? Why should we trust you? And I'm like, look, I don't know if you're familiar with the turnaround rate in the state of Indiana, but at the time, the state of Indiana had was like a 90-some% turnaround rate. Like 90% of the people who were incarcerated would return to prison within the first year of being released because there's no opportunities available to you. So I said, not only did I beat that, but then I found something I could do and make my own business out of, since nobody would hire me. And then the letters of recommendation I got from the people in the community got me my auctioneer license. For the longest time in the state of Indiana, I was the only felon with an auctioneer license, a valid one. But now that we're off on that tangent, let me get back to some comments here. Hip Fine says, what you are and experience is key. You're a cool dude. I appreciate that. Random Shorts. People are haters on YouTube, bro. Keep doing you, and I respect the honesty. Well, that's... I don't know enough just to tell the truth. That's what I tell Kat. I say I'm just dumb enough to tell the truth. Anytime Picker, what's up, Roman? If you guys haven't checked out Anytime Picker, go check out Roman's channel. He posts some really good shorts, and he does. Oh, Miss Kat's back in here. She's at work. Must be passing her meds. Hello, love. throat's really dry tonight. Make sure you check out Anytime Picker Roman. He does the most unprofessional resellers podcast. Yours truly and Miss Cat's already been on it. Check his channel out. Hip Fine says, power to you, brother. I got you. I don't let my past define me. And what I did was, when I got out and I figured out that nobody was gonna hire me, I just decided to start going to auctions and going to rummy sales. And I was like, I'll just find stuff and sell it. And that's really what it was. It's like, if you know, anybody can sell drugs. You know, come out here and sell nostalgia. That's what I basically ended up doing. I was like, I just took my drug selling capabilities and turned it to something productive, so to speak. And when you're selling nostalgia, it's almost like selling a drug. So this stuff sells better than drugs do, and it's less damaging. ET got vintage. What's up, yo? But I know that, like, Cat's read some of the comments and some of the things people say about me. It's like, he looks like a druggie, he looks like a cokehead, he looks like this or that, the other. They can think what they want. I don't waste energy on it, to be honest with you. I read every single comment. It's not like these comments get past me, and I respond to every comment but those. And he says, yeah, you can't go to jail for selling a tea. Oh yeah, that's for sure. Like I said, selling nostalgia, that's the great thing. You've talked about you rapping, definitely got to give us some now. Especially with the way my throat is tonight, and you want me to rap for you. Let me think here. I just wrote a new song too, called Bret Hart, and I shit you not, now the lyrics just escaped me. Damn. Alright, I'll just go with that one. I'm the flyest, I'm the wildest, why y'all acting childish? Wheels keep spinning, beats keep grinning, cranking up the mileage. Cruising 95 with the red and blues behind me. Bitches acting grimy, if you want it, you can try me. I'm always posted up, mother, come and find me. Big blue fold on 24s with your girlfriend right beside me. Anytime Picker says, nice jersey, Snow. So there you go, that's a little something. Oh yeah, I got shorts. Go check out my Instagram. If you want to see my raps, go check out my Instagram. Go to the videos there. I got one called Whip Game. I got one called Whip Game Remix. I got one I just dropped called Bret Hart. I got another one that over a Kevin Gates beat. So I got some serious raps on there. Miss Cat, she's tried to get me to pursue it a little further, but smash the like button, everybody. Ken is watching everyone behind me. Oh yeah, Ken looks over me. Right there he is, boy. Ken is always watching over my shoulder. Ken's my spirit animal. If you guys don't know Ken, that's SSK Promo. You go check out his channel too. I keep waiting for him to give me that exclusive invite to one of his shows. So let's link on the tracks now. Hey, if you can flow, I'll get on track with you. I just done one with a buddy of mine here recently. Dylan Rackster, White Prospect is his name on Spotify. I haven't released it yet. But, yeah. Last question, I promise. Favorite all-time rapper and modern-day rapper. Well, right now, modern-day rapper, I listen to a lot of Future. I like a lot of Future stuff. So, right now, really, Future is, I think, is the hardest one on the scene. All-time rapper, I gotta give it to Tupac. I gotta give it to Tupac because I can't give it to Eminem. That's the thing, you know. So yeah, I have to give that to Tupac. My favorite rappers for a while were Eminem and Tupac. That's well, you know, and I like, and don't get me wrong, Eminem puts out a lot of crap. He had a few albums there that was total crap, but the man is a master of the craft. That's the thing, you know. That's where he's got me. Tupac just, you know, it's like, his words bled the streets. He was harder by himself than NWA was a whole group. That's the best way I can put it. You know, I'd rather go into a rap battle 1 versus 5 against NWA than I would want to go at 1 versus 1 against Tupac, because that's just how raw he was. So, all right, what we got here? Post more classic WWF merch if you can, bro. Let me think here. Classic WWF merch. I'm trying to think what I got. I got several T-shirts. I could probably do a flex video on about three or four wrestling shirts I do have in my collection. If you guys like the Retro Reg video, make sure you check that one out. I was wearing a Sable t-shirt in that. I got it from Mojo Casher. Shout out to Mojo Casher crew. It's got Sable on the front, and then of course you couldn't see the back hit, but it had a back hit too, and that's easily like a $400 or $500 t-shirt. I've got a Rock t-shirt, the great one that I got from Mojo Casher again, of course. And then the lovely Miss Cat bought me a Road Dogg Jesse James double-sided shirt. Bone Thug for me. Oh, see, now when you go to ask me about my favorite group, Bone Thugs and Harmony is definitely top of the line. I've got all their CDs. I've got their solo stuff. I love Bone Thugs and Harmony. I grew up on Bone Thugs. So, let's see here. So to answer that, random shorts, I could probably do a Vinny's WWF T-shirt collection. I could surely probably do that for you guys for a flex. Hip Find says Simon Rex is decent. Didn't get a massive for some reason. I'm not sure who Simon Rex is. So Prodigy is a must. I'm gonna have to look into that. These are all new names for me. Artful Dodger says Larry Bird in front of the paneling is stone cold. Love it. Oh yeah, my Larry over here. Yeah, that was a Craigslist pickup in the friggin' ghetto. I got hit for like $15 in the friggin' ghetto at like 9:30, 10 o'clock at night, and I was risking it for Larry Legend. There are people outside fighting and yelling and screaming at each other. I just want my cardboard cut out so I can get out of here. E.T. got base at sick. Did somebody ask me about my jersey? Oh, Anytime Picker said nice Snow jersey. Oh, okay. Nice jersey Snow. Big Pun. Yeah, I used to listen to a little Big Pun. I'm not so much for that Texas rap, the Third Coast, whatever they wanted to call that back in the day. Unless it was, of course, it was Paul Wall or Slim Thug. But I kind of, I don't know if Big Pun was part of that or not. Or maybe I'm thinking of Bun B. I don't know. You might have to correct me. Simon, oh, okay. That's cool. Listen to any UK music? No, I'm not familiar with any UK music. I don't add a whole lot of even new music to my. We quit following Tom McDonald because his songs got to be where it's all about politics all the time. And don't get me wrong, I keep up on politics, but I don't want to hear about it. We listen to Doobie. Me and Kat listen to Doobie a lot. We was on the Doobie bandwagon way back early on. And now since he signed a major record deal in the last year or so, his last two songs have been crap, I'm sorry to say. So, yeah. Thanks for that Browns light again, guys. Appreciate it. Hey, I'm just glad that Browns light got there in one piece. Somebody was telling me that they heard that the Browns might have a chance at the Super Bowl with Joe Flacco, a quarterback. I don't know about all that, but we never can tell. Rise to the Sky reacts. BLP Kosher and Babytron are some dope new age rappers. You might enjoy them. They have bars. I have to look into that. Rise to the Sky reacts. Rise to the Sky. I follow you. You follow me a lot on Instagram. Yeah, okay. So I haven't seen a lot of names I recognize tonight. Anytime Picker said it's possible. It's possible for the. I believe that when the shit turns purple and smells like rainbow sherbet. That's, yeah. When if Cleveland gets to the Super Bowl, please. Las Vegas may not like the scenario. I feel so bad for Las Vegas, but I had high hopes that it wouldn't pan out with the quarterback and Tom Brady would get an itch and come back out there and come back in black, and it never happened. So I haven't really been following football much this season. My team's the Warriors, and they've turned into a joke in basketball, so even basketball's not even really been that exciting. And then to watch the in-season tournament that they just started this year, and for the Pacers to make it all the way to the championship in the in-season tournament and lose to LeBron's old ass, sports just aren't really doing it for me this year. What we got here? So we got 18 people in the house tonight. 18 likes. Make sure you're smashing that like button. Draw some new people in here. We just broke 5,000 subs. Big milestone for us. Me and Kat was excited, and we're going to be doing a giveaway here. We're going to officially announce it on the Christmas unboxing special, and then on New Year's we're going to do a New Year's giveaway for our 5,000 subs. And me and Miss Kat haven't decided yet, but we've talked about an autographed piece of memorabilia. Not our autograph, of course, because our autograph ain't worth shit, but a famous person's autograph, and it might be something that you don't expect, quite honestly. I gotta dig it out first. So what's on you guys' Christmas watch list this year? That's what we started out talking about. Then I ended up down the rabbit hole. We was talking about some Christmas movies. Me and Miss Cat. I got Miss Cat for the next 5 days. She's off for 5 days in a row. So we got to get our Home Alone in, and our Home Alone 2, of course. And then I wait till Christmas Eve, and that's when I pull out the heavy hitter for me, and that's Jingle All the Way. Jingle All the Way is my Christmas movie. And then there's some classics like even A Christmas Story and stuff like that that's not even on me and Miss Cat's watch list, to be honest with you. So Roman says I actually have to get some presents. Nothing like last minute shopping, Roman. I done got most of the presents I needed to get. I done got Miss Cat. She's got one to open up. She got one she knew about, then she got surprised with one. So I got my little one his present. My oldest son, he's easy. I just got to give him cash. So he says, I can smell you getting off the elevator. Oh, I love Home Alone 2. To me, and I'm like that a lot with several different movies, and that happens to be one of them where I fully like the second one better than I like the first one. I really do. I will skip Home Alone 1 and go right to the second one. I'm the same way with Gremlins. Now, we couldn't do that because we can watch Gremlins 1 as a Christmas movie, but Gremlins 2 is no way a Christmas movie, so I didn't even watch it after the fact this year. What about Die Hard? Who's that? We know Ken from SSK Promo. You know, Ken, my spirit animal, the one that watches over me. He says that Gremlins and Die Hard are not Christmas movies. Now, I can agree to disagree, but yeah. What is one something you hope to find like a Holy Grail find? Oh, there's a lot. Well, I don't really look at Holy Grail finds anymore because I found so many Holy Grails in so many different categories, and it's like, and we still are. You know, to me, that Lord of the Rings shirt, that's a Holy Grail shirt, not only in the single stitch shirt community, but in the Lord of the Rings community. Same thing goes with them Spider-Man hats. Same thing goes with my 79 Kenner Alien. And a lot of the other stuff me and Miss Cat's found this year and over the last couple of years. But we do have what we call as the reseller list, things that we would like to find just to say that we found in the wild. And I'll tell you one thing that's elusive as all friggin' get out is Coogee. I so desperately want to find a Bill Cosby Coogee sweater, you know, in the thrifts or at a flea market or at a rummage sale, and I never have. So that's definitely one of the things on our list that we'd like to find is a Coogee sweater. All right. Roman says, I'm listing jeans right now and have to measure everything for the listing. See, I don't do anything like that. I post it on Poshmark. I don't put measurements, and I get at least 5-6 times a week. I get somebody question me on Poshmark. It's like, can you send me measurements in this? And I don't even respond. I am a terrible seller, but I will tell you why. Because it's almost a study I've conducted at this point, that no matter what answer you give somebody or what measurement you give them, they will never, ever buy it. So I got tired of doing it. You know, when you have 880 items, which I do, listed right now just in my Poshmark store, and that's not counting on eBay, and that's not counting the 200 items that I have that's not even listed yet, it takes time to go to where you have it stored, dig out that particular item, take measurements, message that person, and mind you, it's just for one item, and then they never buy it. So I quit doing it. I've had people ask me, go on for months and send me a question, measurements, and I just don't respond. Eventually items do sell. So I guess this is a section of the live where I'm telling you what not to do to be a good reseller. Yes, I actually will cross-list to Poshmark and Macari. Eric Bolt says, yep, some sequels are better than OG. Secret of the Ooze is my favorite TMNT movie. Oh, man, that's a tough one. See, Secret of the Ooze, I like Secret of the Ooze, and I even like Part 3. Me and Miss Cat literally just had a watch-a-thon of these just a few days ago. And we watched the original 3, and then we watched the two new ones they did with Megan Fox, and then we watched the Coming Out of Their Shells tour, because that was a big thing when I was a kid. And the first one is by far the superior one, and the only reason why second one don't get the nod is because they didn't bring back Casey Jones. I'm the hugest Casey Jones fan, so the fact that they didn't bring him back turned me off to the second one almost immediately. And I guess that's the reason why I do have love for the third one, even though it's so terrible. At least they brought Casey Jones back. Okay, let's see. Have you ever had a really bad buyer on one of your items? I've had bad buyers on a lot of items, and sometimes it's the most shocking things. Whenever somebody is like, I'll take. There's a jacket I had, for instance. It was like I had like $90 on it. Dude offered me like 45, and I'd been sitting it on a while. I didn't have a whole lot in it, but I knew what it was worth. But I just accepted the offer. I was feeling generous for that day, and I needed the extra money. And I sent it out to him, and then we got there. He had a list of complaints. It was this, it was this, it was that, and I was like, everything was in the picture. I was like, dude, you just got like a $90 jacket for $50. I shipped it out same day, and you are gonna complain about something. And that's how it is. A lot of times, especially on Poshmark or on eBay, I've also noticed a trend on there is a lot of times when somebody starts asking you a whole bunch of questions about a particular item before they even buy it. A lot of times I won't even sell it or accept offers from those people if they've asked me 5, 10 questions, because I just know that when it gets to their end, from experience, it's going to be a problem. They're going to have some kind of nitpicky issue with it by the time it gets there. So, okay, we're back to this. Fair enough. I understand. Terminator 2 is another one of those ones that's, I have a lot of love for the original Terminator, but Terminator 2 that's just, it's far and beyond better than the original. Uh, I have a lot of those sequels. I do. It's weird because by definition alone, sequels are considered to be inferior movies. But for some reason, there's one director in particular, James Cameron. That man can make a sequel like nobody's business. Because what he did with Terminator, then what he turned around at, and Aliens, Alien and Aliens, killed it sequel wise. Have you watched the Grinch slasher flick? Came out last year called The Mean One. No, we haven't, but we definitely need to throw that on the list, because what we did watch this year was that Winnie the Pooh Blood and Honey, and that was quite literally an hour and a half of my life that I will never get back. It was awful. And then they left it for a sequel, and I'm like, were they really that delusional that they really thought they were going to get a sequel out of this, that they left this open-ended? It was that bad. Okay, Jake Huckster says, I had a bad buyer that said an item didn't arrive, called me every name under the sun, didn't realize I had tracking on the package. Uh, yeah, there's a lot of things like a lot of. I had something similar to that with a Philadelphia 76ers champion warm-up suit. It was a nice one. I sold that thing on eBay, and I had made a mistake in the shipping, or something had happened, because it went to Canada, and dude was bitching when he got it that he had to pay some kind of fee. Well, I didn't know that there was a customs fee up there, and I thought my problem, you pay that customs fee when it comes in. But what I had done was I had wrote the actual price of what the thing was worth. And I didn't know that when it comes into their country, they have to pay a customs fee, and the more expensive that item is on paper, the more of a fee they have to pay to get it into the country. Well, dude ended up having to pay some astronomical fee, and I'm like, well, look, I'm not going to say that I sent you this $500 tracksuit for 50 friggin' bucks, because then you get it, you're mad, and then say, then, you know, then I'm out all this extra money if eBay wants. I don't know. Just the whole situation seems shady. So once he got it, he starts me with, well, I had to pay to go up and get this extra custom fee, and I'm just and I took a screenshot of it because I knew that he was going to be a problem. Well, then the next thing I know, he's deleting the messages and making a case to eBay. Well, I'd gotten the screenshots, and I sent the screen. He told eBay that he hadn't got it because the tracking had said it was delivered. It was delivered to the post office, and he had to go pay that fee. Well, the post office, once they had paid, he paid that fee. They didn't take it off. They didn't scan it as being delivered. So according to tracking, it was still in limbo, and that was a nightmare. So luckily I took those screenshots before he deleted them, and he was trying to get a refund from eBay, saying he never even received the item, that it was lost in mail. And I sent them screenshots to eBay, like, no, this dude clearly says he's received the item, and he was mad that he had to pay an extra customs fee because I wouldn't fudge the papers for him. And of course, then eBay ended the whole thing, and I never heard from the dude again. But yeah, you get a lot of situations like that. I run into that. This is a good one right here. My VCR. I have a DVD combo unit right here in my living room right now. I sold this. I bought it for $5. It was one of the big fancy Magnavox ones, the black ones with the heavy HDMI cables, all that shit. I bought it for $5. I sold it for 75. Sent it out. And I tested it before it even left. Dude swears up and down it didn't work. VCR didn't work. DVD player didn't work. None of it worked. It's hooked up in my living room right now. Me and Miss Cat watch shit on it all the time. That's another funny story right there. It's like this dude. For me, I don't understand what that was even about. It's like because it did work, so obviously he just didn't want it, or he got it and had buyer's remorse. I don't know what it was. All right, back to this right here. I had a buyer said, okay, random resells. These resale stories sound like nightmares for real. It's amazing what people try. One of those lying electronic buyers. Yeah, see, that's a reason why a lot of people don't do resale. That's a lot of the reason why me and Kat don't sell on eBay as much as we should, because the buyer protection is 110%. The seller protection ain't nothing. The seller has no protection. I tell you what, in every case I've ever had open on eBay, not one time have they ever really ruled in my favor, other than that deal with the that tracksuit. And that was only because I had the messages to back it up, saying that he had said that he had it was delivered and he had it in his possession. Other than that, eBay's always ruled in the buyer's favor. I hate eBay. I really do. Me and Kat don't sell on there as much as we should. We could be making far more money, but we don't because of that stuff. Those horror stories are real. I got burnt on a Texas Instruments $50 calculator. Still, it never got refunded. Dude said he never got it, never came back from the post office. I know the dude got it because I knew he scammed some other, because Rally Roots and some other people, same dude scammed them. So, let's see here. Brian Schiffer, I have had to refund so many U.S. orders due to shipping damage, which are legit, but customers claiming items don't work just for a refund, and that the item not arrived after 1 week of shipping. Yeah, it's a lot of nightmare. It really is, and you know, it makes me. There's reasons why it's like I've got that Lord of the Rings shirt listed on there right now for $600, and I'm afraid that I've got like 26 watches on it. I know eventually somebody's going to buy it. I'm afraid that I'm going to have a problem with that. Somebody's going to get it and say it wasn't right, or say it was this, say it was that, and they're going to send me back a dirty old sweatshirt or something, because you hear about these stories all the time. You know, it's like I would have a lot more high-end stuff listed on eBay right now if it wasn't for the fear that, you know, you get some janky buyer, and there's a lot of them, and it makes it. Me and Miss Katz talked about it, it's like, you know, if you wanted to be, especially being resellers, knowing how eBay works and knowing that the sellers have no protection and the buyers can basically, the buyer's word is gold. It's like, what has stopped me or her or somebody else from getting on there and just start doing the same shit? I guess it's just because we have a little bit more morals, but it's amazing to think about how easy it is just to get on there and just buy a bunch of things, make a bunch of complaints, and eBay will refund you your money and let you keep the item too. And you know, so the worst one is when they aren't happy, but they are happy with a partial refund. Defo say that they get some money for nothing. Yeah. Most of them ain't happy unless they get the item for free and get to keep their money. I've had that happen a lot. See, me, out of spite, I will make you send the shit back to me. I don't care if I'm taking a loss out on it at the end of the day. I've had them do it a few times. Like, I had to eat, you know, like $20, $25 shipping to have that combo unit sent back to me. I'll get my use out of it. It's like, if you're going to go through all that headache and you're going to cause me all these problems, you're going to send me my item back. That means you're going to take the time to repackage it, reprint off the label, and send it all back to me. I may be paying for it out of pocket, but I don't know. Maybe I'm just childish. Brian Schiffer says, I just learned what not to sell after so many years. Like you say, high-end stuff is definitely really worrisome because eBay will not hesitate to full refund for any reason. Absolutely. Yep. And that's hard for me because I've got a $500 hat on there. I've got multiple $250 hats. I got this $600 jersey on there. I got another Drazen Petrovic $600 jersey. I mean, this ain't no, you know, it's some big ticket items. And eBay, like he said, if you read in the comments here, Brian Steffer said it all. eBay will not hesitate to refund the buyer full cost for any reason whatsoever. Any reason whatsoever. And I learned that the hard way just a few weeks ago on a camera. I bought a camera on the 127s. The video's up. Last year's 127s, not this year's. And the lens inside of it was dirty. There were smudges inside of it. I couldn't clean it, didn't properly know how, but I took the pictures, made the listing, disclosed in the listing, like, look, there's smudges on the inside of this camera. I tried my best to get the pictures. Dude bought it anyway. I give him a discounted price. He gets it and then opens the case, and he wanted to keep it. He's like, well, you can just issue me like this much of my refund, which he wanted, like, I don't remember, like 70% of his refund back, because he said there was nothing he could do with it, but the lens was still worth that, this, that, and the other. And basically, I was like, So you want to keep all this camera that you claim is no good, and you want me to give you 70% of your money back, and you keep this no good $180 camera? I don't think so. So I had him send it back to me. And what really was the kicker about it was quite literally in the description about these smudges on the lenses. But secondly, the dude had it for 2 weeks. It literally, the money had cleared. I didn't spent the money. I wasn't expecting to hear anything back from him. You know, after 2 weeks, it was like, okay, must be a good sale. I didn't realize that eBay gave them up to like 30 friggin' days to return items. That really don't make you want to sell any electronics. So somebody you sell electronic, a video game console, we don't sell video game consoles on there. I'm afraid somebody will get it, break it, or send me a junk one back said it didn't work. So, yep. Okay, good night, Jake Hucksters. Sorry about that. Good night, Jake Hucksters. He says good night it's late in the UK, so he's going to sleep. No more random questions from him. Hey, I appreciate the random questions. It made an hour fly by with you guys, Shirley. I have a hard time keeping conversations going, especially without Miss Cat, and tonight you guys have made it really easy for me. So now that Jake Huckster's out of the way, who's going to take over for Jake and keep this conversation going? Yeah, see, Roman, guys, probably hear Roman's had some real horror stories lately. Okay, the guy here in the comments, his name is Anytime Picker. This is Roman. He had some videos here a few times back. He's had some real horror stories with eBay. You want to hear some horror stories, go check out his channel. How he had horror stories even getting packages, his shipping material from eBay. You know, so eBay was even a problem. Yeah, 16 people still in here. We've kept a nice flow of people in here tonight. I'm thoroughly impressed. You got 19 likes. Funny, it's advertised as used and people think it's new. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I don't know. I don't know what a lot of these people think on it. It's like Poshmark is another example. I sold a Dada Supreme jersey. Now, I don't know if you guys know about Dada Supreme. It's not the Supreme that everybody's on now, but way back in the day, like How High era, when I was younger, early 2000s, we had Dada Supreme. And I sold a Dada Supreme football jersey, and really they have a lot of value. And it was another one of those situations where you could see it was screen printed jersey. That's how they were. It was a little faded, a little cracked. You know, it just happens. Dude, I had clear pictures of it, and I'd give it to dude for a deal. And then as soon as I mailed it out, I felt regret because I had it in my collection for a while, and you just don't see them every day. And so that was one of the few times I have seller's regret. That don't happen very often. And dude got it and started complaining about it, and I took that opportunity. It's like, hey, you know what? Just send it back. I'll go ahead and give you a refund right now. And I was so happy to get that thing. Dude was complaining, well, it was faded on the front. It was faded. I was like, well, dude, this jersey is from 1999, 2000. It's 2024. You know, it's been through the wash a few times. You've seen these pictures. I don't know what you thought you was getting. Okay. Brian Schiffler says, love the channel. Good editing, fun content, helpful advice. Keep it going. I'm off for supper. Nice to catch you live. Hey, thanks for stopping in and hanging out with us. Thanks for watching. The editing's getting better. The videos are going to continue. I hold a standard for our videos and the kind of stuff I release and the content. So, you know, it's only going to get better from here. And as I get better at the editing, the montages are going to get better. The videos are going to get better. This video this week is going to be a really good one. You guys are gonna like it. These flea market finds I have. We bumped into Froggy, of course, and then we get to do a soft reveal of you're going to see part of what we've been doing on that blank wall. And then next week, next Saturday's video, we're going to be doing our Christmas video, and you're going to see the full unveil of everything that we got right over here. I'm so excited. This Sunday, we have a trip going to Mojo Caster, so we're going to go to the flea market with Mojo, Josh, and Whitley. So we'll hopefully get some exciting content there. We got the largest indoor garage sale in Indianapolis coming up in the 13th or 14th of January. And then, of course, in March 1st, we're going to be taking you guys back to Comic-Con with us. Because last year's Comic-Con video, it got a lot of attention. It got a lot of views. But I know that it's really long and drug out because I didn't know the montage thing yet. Now I know how to properly edit those videos. And this year's Comic-Con video is going to be great. And me and Miss Cat are going in character. So, okay, Fast Max. How you doing, Fast Max? Good evening. TKLY Snow, is Poshmark still your bread and butter for clothes? Poshmark is the only place for clothes. I am the self-proclaimed king of Poshmark. I got 110,000 followers on there. I've got 880 active listings. I'm sending out packages every single day from Poshmark. I suggest that anybody other than stuff worth, $500 or more, I would suggest taking it to Poshmark. I sell all my clothes on Poshmark, and I even list the high end stuff like that Lord of the Rings shirts on there. And I've sold some high end. I've sold like $300 jackets. I've sold a $500 pair of pants. So it's not like they don't sell on there. But I say that anything $300 or above, you take to eBay. Anything else clothing related, all of it to Poshmark. Vinny's toys have taken an increase, really taken off and increased in value. You guys' niche is perfect for the current market. Take care. You take care too, Brian Schiffer. Thanks for stopping in. Brian Schiffer. Let's make sure I said that right. So, but anyway, what else are we talking about here? We was talking about Christmas movies. We've touched on eBay and everything else. I'm actually surprised I've kept so many people in here tonight without Miss Cat with me. Miss Cat's usually over here, helping me with these brain fart moments that I have. Because I got to ask some really good questions tonight and didn't really know how to answer them. That's always refreshing. Make sure you guys check out Anytime Picker. He's in the comments. It's Roman. Make sure if you guys get a chance, you go over and check out SSK Promo. Ken, he's my spirit animal. You go check him out. You guys are on YouTube and Instagram. What advice do you have for those looking to sell clothes on Poshmark? Share. Share. That's what I do. And the thing is, I don't even share my own closet because I figured out a way to source on Poshmark, and that's what I show on my Christmas unboxing. I show how to source on Poshmark, because sourcing on Poshmark is easy if you know what you're doing. So instead of taking the time and wasting time sharing my own closet, I go through and I have certain categories I follow. I follow Nike, I follow Starter, I follow Champion, so on and so forth. The certain categories I follow, and so that way every time new stuff is listed in that category, I see it pop up. So what I do is like, well, if I like it, I'll share it. It's like, well, that's cool. I'd have that in my closet, so I'll share it. And every time I see something I think is cool that I would have in my closet, I just share it. So I'm all the time sharing other people's stuff. Well, in return, they share my stuff for me. So what I'm doing, I'm actually sharing their stuff to get my stuff shared, and I'm shopping at the same time. That's how I found so many deals on Poshmark, because I'm constantly on there scrolling. And people are always listing stuff for the wrong price all the time. I just picked up a sports specialties hat for like $12. Brand new, dead stock with the tags. I'm going to tell you it's NBA. I ain't going to tell you nothing else. And it's easily, $100, $125, $150 hat that I got like $22 in now. I bought that Mighty Ducks coat on there. It's a $600 coat. I bought it for $75. So my most important advice to tell you on Poshmark is once you've listed your closet, make sure you go through and you share everybody else's. Share stuff that you think is cool, or share stuff that you would have in your closet personally, and then in return people share stuff for you. That's my biggest advice for Poshmark. Share. You can't do enough sharing. Okay, BW says, "What's up, Snow? You gonna take a break over the holidays? Any traditions that you're looking forward to?" Me and Kat, we grind. We don't take no breaks. I mean, we do the Christmas thing. We'll do something. I think Kat works Christmas Eve, but she's off Christmas Day. What up, Brent Berry? Bones Berry. What is something cool about Froggy that most people wouldn't know just from his videos? Well, he plays guitar. And he is really, really good. If you watch my video, that's a good question. And I don't think that he's showcased it a lot on his videos. But if you go watch my video, where I spent the day with Froggy Flips, an exclusive showroom tour, he plays a Green Day song. It happened to be one of Miss Kat's favorite songs. I think they played it at her graduation. And he plays it acoustic. I put him right on the spot, and he just knocked it out. So there's a fun fact about Froggy Flips. He's a very, very good guitar player. And from what I understand, he used to play in a band, and I think that's how his wife had found him, because he was a band player. So he played in a band. So that's something interesting about Froggy Flips. What was it? A Bulls hat? Was what a Bulls hat? What are you talking about, Chris? Kyle Bushard, what's up, Snow? Any good finds recently? Kyle Borchert, is that how you say it? Yeah, we've had some really good finds. The video I'm gonna drop this weekend was actually from last weekend. It's not from my stocked up footage. This is really, really recent when me and Miss Cat went to the flea market and we found some really cool J's. We found some vinyl. We found some vintage toys. We found some video games. We found some blow molds, and we bumped into Froggy Flips. This video is gonna be a banger. So yeah, we've got some really good finds here recently. And then I was just telling everybody about the finds I've been finding on Poshmark. You guys will see when I do my Christmas unboxing video. The finds I've been finding on Poshmark is insane. So the one that you got, no, it's not Bulls. No, it's not the Bulls. Actually, it's a team that you wouldn't expect, and that's really what's good about it. So. Any traditions that we're looking forward to? Actually, well, back to your question, BW. The tradition, I guess, me and Kat are looking forward to most, New Year's. We like to spend New Year's together, and I think might get Mom to watch the baby, and we can have a few New Year's drinks. Christmas, the only tradition we look forward to is I'll watch, like I said, I'll watch Jingle All the Way the night before. We watch Christmas movies all the way up through November. We have to get some more of the horror Christmas movies in, of course, and then we do our Christmas dinner. And I like to keep it pretty traditional. We're doing ham this year. I'm making ham, and I think the dinner rolls and something. And Kat's gonna make something. Then my mom's making some cheese potatoes and a pie or a cake or something other. So we try to keep it pretty traditional around here, conservative to traditional. How's that knee feel? The knee's good. I've been playing a lot the last few days. I've been playing. The last couple of weeks I've been getting basketball in 2 or 3 times a week. It's the rest of me is falling apart. We got to set up a reseller hoop 2v2 vendor show. That'd be cool. I was trying to talk Roman I tried to talk to Roman. I was like, man, we need to talk to Roman and get him to talk to Ken and have Ken talk to John at the reseller rally. And next year at the reseller rally, have like a 2-on-2 basketball tournament. Because Miss Cat found us at, if you guys watched the reseller rally video, that park I played at was a beautiful park. And Miss Cat found a couple different beautiful parks right there in that area. I'd like to see if we couldn't get Kevin, the Commonwealth Picker, and ADH Dave, and Rod from Picking and Punching, get all these guys out there and see if we can do some 2-on-2 basketball. And do it for something for for charity or something. We could figure out something, I'm sure. But yeah. Snow, are you in any men's basketball leagues this winter? I don't run men's league. Unfortunately, I'm too old to run full court. It's just I'm pushing 40 years old. And I have no ACL, no MCL, or LCL in my left knee at all. Nothing. It's bone on bone. The fact that I still play the way I play now blows most people's mind. But running up and down full court's just completely out of the question. So there's no men's league. What I would wish there was around here was like a 3-on-3 league. 3-on-3 half-court league, because that's where I'm a problem. We don't have nothing like that around here, but I have the local boys club, and I can go in there and usually have no problem getting 2-on-2 or 3-on-3 about any time I want. As long as I got my guys, as long as my guys ain't got to work. So, but definitely, Roman, if you're still in the chat, make sure that you hit up Ken and have him hit up John, and we need to get because I'll tell you what, anytime Picker Roman in the chat, he done told me next year at the reseller rally he wants to play some basketball with me, and Miss Cat, she's like, Roman don't know what he's in for. Because she's seen me get out there, and she's seen me bust some youngsters' asses. Like I have my mixtape, my basketball mixtape up. If you go back in my library, go back around the time where that same Froggy Flips video is, I have a basketball 2v2 mixtape, and I was lighting it up that day. And Miss Cat sees that on a regular. And so if I'm gonna go out there and do that, get some resellers. Yeah. Okay, anyway, Eric Bolt says, I mentioned this earlier, but I don't know if you saw it, but have you seen Better Watch Out? It's a Christmas time horror movie. It's wild and not what I expected at all. Better Watch Out. No, we haven't seen that, but we need to check into that. Definitely. Miss Cat wants to look into Krampus, and I've never watched Krampus either. But a social media person that we follow named Crystal Quinn, she's on Hack the Movies. We met her at the Mahoning. She had posted this meme, and I just thought it was funny. It said, Santa Claus in the streets and Krampus in the sheets. And I'd said it to Kat, and she didn't know what I meant, but I knew who Krampus was, but I'd never seen the movie. So me and her literally just watched the trailer the other day to Krampus, and we're gonna try to get that on the list. So Better Watch Out and Krampus. Those are a couple things we'll have to check into. We try to keep the horror Christmas movies to the family Christmas movies ratio a little, like 4-to-1. Like, so if we get, we might only get 3 or 4 Christmas horror movies in this year, because it's only on certain nap times. I thought that was Crystal in your video intro. Yes, that is Crystal Quinn from Hack the Movies. We met her over at the Mahoning Drive-In during Trauma Fest, and she was so cool. And I told Kat, I was like, Kat, go up there and ask her if she would say something for our video. And Kat's like, I'm not going to do it, because she's part of a channel that's got like 65,000 subs. And I'm like, shit, I'll do it. So I just went up and asked her, I said, hey, Crystal, would you say something for our video? And it took her 2 or 3 outtakes, and she got it. And then, of course, I did a little blooper reel at the end of my video, and, it was great. And Crystal, she commented on our post when we posted on Instagram, and she follows us now. So, yep, that was Crystal Quinn. BW, I'm out. Got to go back to work. Keep doing what you're doing. Love you. Take care. I'll keep doing what you do and what you love. Take care. Okay, BW. A lot of people in here sneaking out, watching me, and then going back to work. Hey, I'm cool with that. All right, Ramstarts. Even we can play horse or pig or knockout. I don't do horse or pig or knockout now. What we play when there's not enough for games of 2v2 or 3v3, we play 21, or we play bank, which is bank. I'm lethal at bank because I'm a 3-point shooter anyway. So yeah, we have if you guys watch the intro of our video, we have several what I would call celebrity faces in our video. We have Froggy Flips, of course. He's got 350,000 subs on YouTube. I'd say he's pretty much a celebrity. We have Lloyd Kaufman, the president and founder of Trauma. We have Kane Hodder. He's in our intro. And then, of course, we've got Crystal Quinn. So we got 4 semi-celebrities in our intro alone. And I've been thinking about readjusting that intro and adding Retro Rick in there somewhere, too. So eventually, if I keep doing that, I'm going to edit out all the fines and have just our celebrity friends in there. But, yeah. So what time is it over there in the UK? If I got any of my UK viewers still in here, because there was 3 or 4 of you guys in here all at once. What time is it over there? Somebody done said it was getting late. It's getting late here. It's almost 7 o'clock here. Stryker will be coming back here pretty soon. I'm going to get myself something for dinner. Subway. Eat fresh. So, I'm running out of things to talk about. We gotta check off a couple Christmas movies on our list this week. I think we're gonna start our Home Alone 2 probably tomorrow. That's the plan. To me personally, I'm just counting the days till it's Jingle All the Way. That's my go-to Christmas movie. I don't know, just if you was to ask me what my favorite Christmas movie of all time was, that's it right there, Jingle All the Way. I guess it just come out at the right time in my life, and it was just. And it was real even at the time because it wasn't Turbo Man at the time, but I remember at the time it was like Furbies was the big deal, or the Tickle Me Elmos, and you remember as a kid seeing that stuff on TV. And then my mom had took me to Black Friday when I was a kid, and it was the only Black Friday I had been to until I'd gotten out of prison. And it was the only Black Friday I can ever remember my mom going to. And I'll tell you why it was so wild. They had Game Boy Colors. That's how long ago this was. The Game Boy Color was on sale on Black Friday. I can't remember what it was. It was a really low amount. And me and my mom went out 5, 6 o'clock in the morning, way back when, and braved the elements so she could get me one of them Game Boy Colors. And I remember that people were chucking them across aisles to their family and stuff. And Mom sent me in there to try to get one. She says, just grab one. I wanted the teal one. That was the one I wanted. And thank God that was the one that nobody else wanted. So there was several of them there for me to grab. But yeah, so after that soured me on Black Friday for a lot of years. Was I in prison for meth? Nope, I was not in prison for meth. I know that there's some people in the comments has said some things like that. No, I wasn't in prison for meth. I've been arrested for various drugs, but I was in prison for selling pills. That's a good question, though. You guys don't even want to know about prison. I mean, I worked in the kitchen in prison, in between education. And in prison, there's a company called Errormark that provides all the food to the prisons in the state of Indiana. Basically, because at the time the governor had stake in the company. That's the reason why they got all the prison jobs. But they shipped the food in, and basically it was this food that was powdered or dried, and you had to mix it with water. And on the side of these boxes of food, and people still don't believe me to this day, but on the side of these boxes of food in big red letters, it says "not for human consumption." So there's a little story for you. Random Short says, I wanted a Game Boy Color so bad, bro. And then Eric Bowl said, I had a Game Boy Color growing up. Mine was lime green one. That was what I can distinctly remember. Those were the color. That was the color that was flying over my head as people were throwing them Game Boy Colors out there to their family. It was the lime green one. People were going crazy over that lime green one. And then the Atomic Clear Purple one. That was some of my earliest memories. That is amazing. That's I remember that my very first Black Friday. That was it made such an impression that I never went back. Not for till years later when I was an adult and got out of prison in like 2012 was the first year I'd ever went back. Dubia Roaches USA. Yeah, I'm from Indiana. Is that where you're from? Dubia Roaches USA. I got a couple of Game Boy Colors just sitting around here at random. It's like, so right here is the Tommy Hilfiger edition one. That one's a cool one. I picked this up on a Facebook Marketplace deal a long time ago, like 2013, 2014 Facebook Marketplace deal. I got this thing for like $20 way back when. Rise to the Sky Reacts as Krampus is a good one. What turned us on to Krampus was in Muncie, Indiana, which is just a little ways from here. They have a place called Scarevania. It's like a haunted maze, and they do it every year for Halloween. But throughout the year, like this year, it was on December 8th. Me and Kat missed it. They had the Christmas horror tour they did out there, and Krampus was supposed to be there. And then they have like an Easter one and stuff. So me and Kat missed it this year. I'll show you guys a little something now. Where was that? That was right. So here it is right here. That's it. That's the original Game Boy from way back when. That's the first Black Friday trip I had. And actually, this thing is, aside from some of the scratches on the screen, it was this thing's in pretty good condition. Merrillville, USA. I'm not sure where Merrillville is. I've never even heard of that. Learned something new every day. Hilfiger edition. The Hilfiger edition's okay. It's still not my favorite one, even though it's so rare. I have a Game Boy Color, the Pokemon edition one over there, the yellow Pokemon edition one. That one's my favorite, and it's because I found it at that same flea market in Muncie some years and years ago, and it was janked. It didn't work. But I found another Atomic Purple one that it was all broken. The speaker had been broken out of it and stuff. So I just took the guts out of an Atomic Purple one and put it in that Pokemon one and made it work. So it was kind of it's one of them things is you get that satisfaction of finding that rare thing, but then making it work again. Dubia Rocha says right next to Gary, Indiana. Ooh, Gary, I've heard that's don't they have the highest murder rate in Indiana? Isn't that in Gary? One of the most dangerous places to live. Correct me if I'm wrong there, but I do recall hearing that. When you get haters, that's when you know it's up. Well, that's good because I got a lot of haters. That's for sure. Yes, it was a tough town. I've heard some things about Gary. I knew that Gary and Michigan City, a couple of them had some really high crime rates. I've never really been up that direction. I've only been up by Chicago just a few times personally. So, Eric Bolt says, that's cool you still have yours. I got a red Game Boy Advance SP. When those came out, I gave my Game Boy Color to my kid for Christmas that didn't have much money. Yeah. See, I had the silver SP. I got rid of my SP. I wished I would, because actually the SP, that's a little square one, right? That opens up his backlit. That was that, for playing the OG Game Boy games, like, that was ideal, for sure. Gary got some hoopers. I'm too old to even go be chasing down hoopers of that kind of caliber, even in Gary. I ain't even chasing competition like that no more. I just play to get my exercise now because I can. Well, at my age and with my knees and stuff, I'm starting to feel like I can feel myself on the decline. And I know the shooter's shot is the last thing to go, but everything else is starting to fail on me. I play hard for an hour and a half, and I come home and I'm hurting for 2 days. I posted a meme on Instagram yesterday. It said I'm somewhere between I'm still young and damn I'm almost 40. Pokemon Snap was my jizz on it. Oh, I loved Pokemon Snap on the N64. I played that till I beat it, and there was a lot, like if you knew to hit Mew at the end, if you knew to hit him with apples and stuff and knock him out of his little bubble, and you get some really good shots of Mew. I was a beast at Pokemon Snap. As a matter of fact, I've seen that they've redone it for the Switch. It's on the list to get for the Switch because that's the next thing I'm collecting for. I'm really focusing on my Switch collection and the Super Nintendo collection. And I just, we're buying a lot of stuff for the Switch right now, accessories, controls, stuff like that. Because even Kat's into the Switch. She's been playing Spyro Reignited on there, so. But see, the Pokemon games, those were my jam. I love Pokemon, but it was started with red, blue, yellow. I played all the way up to leaf green, fire red, and I played ruby, emerald, and sapphire, and then I played. That was it. I think that was the last that I played on the Pokemon game. So I'm so far behind on the Pokemon games, it's unreal. Switch is a cool console. Pokemon Pinball was my favorite pinball game. I liked Pokemon Pinball. Don't get me wrong, it was cool. But that space pinball they had on the old school computers when I was in school, that was my favorite pinball. I wouldn't say the Switch is the best, but got a lot of good stuff, a lot of good games. What I like playing some of the old school games. I played Turtles in Time, and I'm playing it on the Switch right now because I have that Turtles Cowabunga collection, and it's different. I will tell you it's different because Miss Cat's seen me. I can play on the Super Nintendo with the Super Nintendo control. I can beat Turtles in Time on normal in 28 minutes and maybe only die once. To play it on the Switch, same game, and I die 3 or 4 times and barely beat it on medium. So it's not the same. There's a lot of differences between the Switch. And Kat said the same thing. She said the same thing about Spyro. And even I noticed it because I didn't play a lot of Spyro on PlayStation 1, but I did have a PlayStation 1 when it came out, and I was very familiar with Spyro. I did play it. Kat played it and beat it. And for as good as she's doing right now on Spyro Reignite, and she's almost beat the first part of it, she has done nothing but bitch that the controls are friggin' terrible. And I've tried to play a little bit of Spyro with her because she has me do the flying levels because I'm really good at racing cars and stuff, so I can do them flying levels for her. But I'll tell you what, the controls on that thing handles like a friggin' school bus. Everything about them Switch Joy-Cons and the way they fit in that little controller is wonky. So I'll give the Switch its credit. It's got a really cool library. They're doing good things with it, but the best, nah, not even close. Because it's to the point now where I'm going to buy a power cord for my Super Nintendo so I can play my damn Turtles in Time and get fulfilled on it because I can't fulfill myself on that Switch for whatever reason because it's not the same. I don't care. It's not the same. So, gotta get you a Pro controller for the Switch. I have one and it's way better. Yeah, see, we're looking into one. Yeah, we're looking into a couple of them. I want the you need a Switch Pro controller. Yeah, I've heard. I want the Smash Brothers one. Miss Cat wants the Splatoon 2 edition one. So we're looking into them. The hell, that Splatoon edition one was like $69-$70. I couldn't believe how much them controllers were. I was shocked. Because, well, we could go cheap route and get one of the cheaper ones, but me and Miss Cat, we got this thing. It's like, if we're going to have it, we want the special edition, or we want kind of some fancy one. That's why I landed on the Smash Brothers one. It's like, as far as Joy-Cons, we know we have to buy another set of Joy-Cons. And she's like, well, what Joy-Cons do you want? Well, of course, I want the yellow and the brown ones, because I want the Pikachu and Eevee edition ones. And a set of those used right now on eBay is like $100 just for Joy-Cons. And then, of course, she wants the watermelon ones, the pink and green ones. So I have a feeling between another a couple controllers and a couple sets of Joy-Cons, we're gonna have a couple $100 in this Switch pretty easily. Not counting on what I already spent on the Switch itself and the games I done got from Retro Rick and picked up along the way. But it is a good system. I'm really excited for my PlayStation 5 that hasn't arrived yet. I'm waiting for that PlayStation 5 from Rick. I can't wait to do that unboxing, but I'm excited to play it. Everybody was going on about Grand Theft Auto 6, Grand Theft Auto 6. Have you even watched the trailer yet? And I caught somebody bitching about it on TikTok, and the end of the trailer said coming in 2025, and I was like, I ain't even gonna take the time to watch the friggin' trailer. You know, it's like you're talking 2025. It's not even 2024 yet. Why would you even release that trailer so early? You know, you get this hype up. It's like now the wait's gonna be insanity, and then there'll be a push. There'll be something that pushes the schedule, of course, because they never release anything on time. So, yeah, I'm more excited about my PlayStation 5 right now because I want to play the Texas Chainsaw Massacre game on it. And then RoboCop Rogue City. I've been seeing that, and that's on my list. I'm ready for that RoboCop Rogue City. And then this year in January or February, the Toxic Crusaders game that I showed you guys back on my Mahoning video from RetroWare. That's going to be dropping on PlayStation 5 and Xbox One this year, so I'm excited about that. So really, right now, I got 4 games on my radar for the PlayStation 5. I've got Rogue City, RoboCop. I've got NBA 2K, whatever the newest one is. By the time my console gets here, Texas Chainsaw, and whatever that one was I just said. And we don't have nearly as many games on our Switch list as we do as the PlayStation 5 list right now. So, but gotta wait for Retro Rick to send it to me. Yeah. And see, the PlayStation 5, that's I haven't bought a new system since the PlayStation 3, and the reason why I bought the PlayStation 3 way back when was because of Grand Theft Auto 5 when it came out, and the Ghostbusters game, of course. But I have you thought about getting a arcade 1-up TMNT machine? Yeah, I've seen them arcade 1-ups, and they're okay. I don't really want one. It's not because they're not cool, and it's not because personally I'd rather have the NBA Jam one because I'm finding out right now that the only way I like to play my Turtles in Time is on my Super Nintendo. So, but really the reason why I don't have any of those arcade 1-up machines is because I don't really have room for them. That's the thing in our house. We've got so much stuff in inventory, and then of course, you know, the stuff I got around here, all of our personal collection, I just don't have room for, you know, them arcade machines standing up right now. We got to play 2K one day. If I ever get the system, I got a lot of buddies. My guys I play basketball with actually play on 2K, and they're like, "Are you ever going to get one of these new systems and play 2K with us?" Well, maybe. It really took a push to get me to buy that PlayStation 5. And it was because I thought Grand Theft Auto 6 was going to come out a little sooner. Thank God for these other games I'm seeing that's popping up now. That it's, you know, at least I'll have something to play until it does come out. Old School NBA Jam and Tim Hardaway, FTW. Old School NBA Jam. I played the shit out of NBA Jam. I did. I played the NBA Jam back, you know, whenever the team Orlando Magic was Scott Skiles and Nick Anderson. You know, before they released the tournament edition with Penny Hardaway in it and Dennis Scott. I don't remember playing with Tim Hardaway a lot. He had to have been on the Warriors or Heat at that time. I always just thought it was a jip that MJ was never in the game. For sure. But I love NBA Jam. I played a lot of NBA Jam. And the thing is like, I've been on the 3-ball since I was a kid. I was even shooting, you know, it wasn't about NBA Jam for me. I wasn't jamming at all. I was shooting 3-balls, half-court shots and shit. Corner 3. The corner 3 is only good on Double Dribble, NES. If you play Double Dribble on the NES and you go to the corner shot, you're Steph Curry. You never miss. There's a secret to the game there, for anybody who didn't know. Chris Mullin is the best on NBA Jam. Yeah, I didn't play with the Warriors a lot on there. Same about MJ. So, but actually, I haven't played NBA Jam in a long time. I don't know if there's an edition for the Switch or not. I know that they done a PlayStation 1 NBA. I think it was Hang Time. That was equivalent to NBA Jam. I wish I would. I had a chance to get that at an auction here a little while ago. You guys will see the footage. I didn't buy it because dude ran it up and it was with the Space Jam PlayStation 1 game. And I was just trying to get the Space Jam game, and I thought, well, it's only worth $20, $25. I can't go more than $12, $15 on it unless I just want to pay up to have it for my collection. and it was they lumped it together with NBA Hang Time, and I was like, I couldn't understand why dude was running this up 25, 35, 45 bucks. I was like, what the hell, man? Well, by the time I realized it, is that NBA Hang Time was like a $75 game. Man, it's like I didn't know that there was any NBA games that had that kind of value. So make sure that you guys check out NBA. I think it's Hang Time on the PlayStation 1. That's got some serious value to it. Golden State Warriors with Tim Hardaway Sr. and Chris Mullin. Yeah. Lance H says, "What's up, Snow? What's up, Lance? What's up, Old School Flips? Jimmy Old School Flips." He knows about finding sports games. Go check out Old School Flips. He's in the comments here. If you check out his channel here, just in the not this most recent video, but the one before that, he found the NCAA 14, that college football game. He not one but two copies of it on two different systems, one on the Xbox and the other on the PlayStation. Now, so there are sports games out there that's got some value to them, and if you check out Jimmy Old School Flips channel, he just found a couple of them. I always found that fascinating that there was at least a few sports games that held their value, and I've always been on the know about like Mutant League Hockey. That's the one a lot of people miss out on, is Mutant League Hockey. And in the whole time of my career, I've never found Mutant League Hockey at all, and I found NCAA 14 once, and that was last season. Me and Kat found that last year. So you guys have kept me going for 90 minutes here. I think I'm going to give it another 10 minutes or so, and then maybe 15, and then I'm going to cut out because I still got to go get dinner. But get your last questions in here. I'm surprised this many people stuck around without having the lovely Miss Cat to look at. I think I gave you guys enough spoilers for tonight. Make sure you check out Saturday's video. It's going to be really good. It's like I said, it features Froggy Flips, and then it's going to show you what our new backdrop's going to look at. Just a soft reveal. And then me and Miss Cat are going to do the hard reveal on the 23rd of December. Mutant League Hockey is a top 3 game ever. I've never really played it, so... Random Shorts, good live tonight. Snow, see you next time. All right, take it easy. Random Shorts, thanks for stopping in. Christopher Grayton, what you getting for dinner? Subway. Something easy. Miss Cat worked tonight, and Striker's doing dinner with Grandma, so... just easier for me just to grab a sub and call it a night. What time on Saturday? I'm not sure what time I'm dropping my video. It's going to be sometime between 1 and 4 o'clock. It always is. According to my analytics, that's when my viewers are most active, or between 1 and 4 o'clock on Saturday. So I'm not sure what kind of sub I'm going to get. I'm probably going to go with the boss tonight, like the meatball with the salami and whatever else that comes on that. But we still got 15 minutes in here. We still got 15 people, so we'll keep the conversation going at least a little bit. Is there any ideas for content? Anything you guys want to see me do? Anything you guys... Me and Miss Cat's toyed with the idea of putting out maybe a couple videos a week, like one video of showing the stuff that we find, and then one video showing the stuff that we sell. The problem is like not every week's the same, and there's some weeks I'd have enough for 2 videos of what sold this week, and then there's some weeks I wouldn't have enough for even a video. So it's kind of like, I'm not sure what to do about that, because I know that I had gotten some feedback that you guys was liking the We Do Sell Things, clips that I was putting in. But finding a place to put them in, I'm all about the flow of my video. I mean, I don't know, I'm just weird. Finding a place to put them in sometimes to me just feels like it's breaking the flow of the video. But you guys got to let me know. I'm my own biggest critic when it comes to watching these videos, and I overthink a lot of things, but... the what sold things, definitely, it's like we're sending out so much stuff here, especially recently. I could put out a couple full videos on just what sold. So I'm thinking about start doing that for you guys. Maybe once a week, just put out a video on what sold, what I paid for it, so on and so forth. All right, Chris Page says Mutant League Hockey, a top 3 game ever for him at least. I've never played it, so I don't know. I was not a big Sega Genesis person. I really wasn't. I ended up with sounds good. I'll be tuned in. I ended up with a Sega, and I played a lot of Sonic, and of course we played Altered Beast because that's what came with it. The Ghostbusters game on Sega was far superior to most. Mortal Kombat on Sega was far superior. Yeah, that's about it. Other than that, crossover games like. Well, you had the Hyperstone Heist, which was on Sega for TMNT game. That was a really good game, but it wasn't comparable to the Turtles in Time. Um, yeah. Organizing the shelf video would be cool. Organizing the shelf. Well, I'm gonna be part of tomorrow's video, or part of Saturday's video is gonna be me doing some blasphemy things. I'm gonna be opening things from original packages and putting them on a shelf. So you guys are gonna see some of that. Nicholas Goltra, Yo Sno, what's up, Nicholas? Yeah, you're coming in. I only got about 10 minutes or so left, but we're hanging out. Christopher Grant said I like Mutant League Hockey was fun. I've never played either one of those, to be honest with you. Except when it came to sports games, I was a basketball player. Like I said, I played Double Dribble on the NES. Of course, Magic Johnson's Fast Break on the NES. Larry versus Michael. You know, on the NES that was. And then on, I didn't play hardly any sports games on the N64 when I got at, and then there wasn't hardly any sports games I played on the SNES either. I kind of dipped out of sports games for a while. Other than NBA Jam, all the way up until about the time the GameCube come out, and then I got into NBA Street and NBA Street Volume 2, and then there was NBA Ballers and NBA Ballers Phenom, and I played all them games for and then NBA Street to Life, or what, I played all those games for a certain period of time, and then I quit playing sports games again after that. I have these periods, and then there was a very short period of Madden, where I played Madden for, I think it was PlayStation 2, I can't remember what year it was, but was the one that had Michael Vick on the cover, because Michael Vick was a cheat code in that game, and I was pretty good with that game, and that was it. Yeah. So, yeah. Thanks, everybody, for staying and hanging with the lovely Snow. Miss Cat's in here still. She's been creeping and watching this whole time, haven't you, dear? I've got a show more geared towards the retro pickers. Tulsa Nostalgia Swap is April 28th, free admission to all. Okay, so Nicholas Goltra says I've got a show more geared to the retro pickers. The Tulsa Nostalgia Swap. It's Tuesday, April 28th, free admission for all. If you're in the Tulsa, Arizona area, make sure that you go check that out. Put that in your calendar. You definitely want to see that. Chris Page says NBA Street Volume 2 is my favorite game of all time. NBA Street Volume 2 was really good. I played NBA Ballers Phenom. I was really into Ballers Phenom. That was good. Nicholas Golcher says, yo, Miss Cat. Christopher Gatton says, Tulsa, Oklahoma. I don't know why I was thinking Arizona. Tulsa, Oklahoma. Sorry about that. Yeah, so if you're in Tulsa, the Oklahoma area, Tulsa Nostalgia Swap. It's April 28th. Okay, Heartland Bench says, nice. Christopher Gratton said, I got his authentic home and away jerseys. Whose authentic home and away jerseys, Christopher, are you talking about? James Stalker, you have any old school Charlotte Hornet stuff like the LJ, Alonzo Martin, Kendall Gill, Kelly? Oh, yeah. Oh, man. I've got, my Charlotte Hornets jersey collection is nice. I've got Rex Chapman. I've got Larry and Alonzo, all three of those in green. I've got, and Muggsy in green. I've got Larry, Alonzo, and Muggsy in purple. And then I think I got Alonzo in white. I've got several vintage Hornets jerseys. And my Rex Chapman is one of my go-tos. I love my Rex Chapman jersey, especially my Hornets one. I think I just wore it in my live with on Roman's channel here not too long ago. So yeah, and then I got several Charlotte Hornets hats. Oh, he said he had an authentic Michael Vick home and away jersey. Oh, I love Michael Vick. He was my favorite player for a lot of years. And then his comeback again after he got out of prison, because he had come back, he got out of prison and started his comeback for the Eagles when I was in prison. So you please believe that there was 2,600 inmates at this camp, and every damn one of them was rooting for Michael Vick just because it's like he done been where we was, and he back out there and he was doing big things. So yeah, we love to watch Michael Vick. But yes, James Stalker, I got a lot of really good Charlotte Hornets stuff. And I'm always looking for more. Right now, I'm on the lookout for the Rex Chapman Charlotte Hornets all over print Fanimation jacket. It's like a $500-600 jacket. The last time I seen it, it said King Rex on it. And of course, it's Charlotte Hornets. But yeah. Getting down here about the last 10-12 minutes or so. Get them final questions in. You guys been 18, 20, 22 of you in here with me all night. Appreciate that. Made this live real easy for me. I haven't shut up the whole time. To speak of. And I think Miss Cat's been stalking the whole time, make sure I wasn't talking anything bad or saying things I wasn't supposed to. But yeah, Charlotte's one of the bigger collections I have. I've got several. I got a lot of Bulls jerseys, a lot of Magic jerseys, and a lot of Charlotte's jerseys. I've put those are and a lot of Lakers. Those are my big four jerseys. And then I've got several Blazers, and that's about it. The rest of my jersey collection is one or two of each team. But damn, that's pretty sick. I'm always looking for Gill, Bogues, and Trapuka. They're hard to find in New Jersey. I'm looking for a Kendall Gill jersey right now in general. I liked Kendall Gill a lot, and there's three teams that you have a chance for champion jerseys. He played for the Hornets, you can get him. He played for the Nets, that you can get him, but I think it was only the wide shoulder one in the Nets. And then you can get a Kendall Gill Sonics jersey, and you never fucking see him anywhere. I don't know. Whoops. You never see them Kendall Gills anywhere. Sorry about the F-bomb. My cousin had the starter pullover in the 90s, the Hornets. Oh, Charlotte Hornets stuff gear was everywhere in the 90s. Their colors represent the 90s, and there's nothing more 90s than the Charlotte Hornets. I've had the satin jackets twice. I've had the green satin jacket, then I had the black satin starter jacket, the Charlotte Hornet, which is really rare, but it was size small. I've had that once. I had the Charlotte Hornets starter denim jacket. That was a real banger. I can't keep Charlotte Hornet stuff in stock. It sells about as quick as I list it for the most part. I think I might have one Charlotte Hornets jersey listed on Poshmark right now. Yeah. Christopher Grattan said, I wish I would have held on to my childhood champion jersey collection. Yeah. My thing was that I didn't have as many champion jerseys as a kid as I wanted. It was my parents just did, they didn't have the money to go buy jerseys like that. So I think I had a Shaq and I had a Penny Hardaway. And so that's what kind of geared it for me when I became an adult, was started buying them I started collecting them back in 2016 with Miss Cat. And it started as I found a Tracy McGrady one at a thrift store in Winchester. And then a Sean Kemp one. So I bought both of those. And then I hit another thrift store and found a Michael Jordan one in Bluffton, and then a Dennis Rodman one popped up, and then I found a Kobe Bryant one on Facebook. So I just kind of just picking them up, and then it just become an obsession. It's like, and now I haven't done the count recently, but I think the last time I counted, I have 137 different champion jerseys now. 137. And that's not counting the doubles I have that are listed on sale for Poshmark, and that's not counting the 4 or 5 that my little boy has, because I've got U sizes, and it's not counting the 3 or 4 that Miss Cat has in her collection now. So I remember the grandmama LJ commercials. Oh yeah, Larry Johnson, the Converse commercials where he's dressed up as grandma going out there busting on dudes. I remember those very well. Larry was a beast. He was especially when he went to New York. 137, let's go. Not sure what that means, Chris. All right, get them last questions in. We're going to be dipping out of here in about 8 minutes. You 16 soul survivors has made it all the way to the end. We got 27 likes. I wonder if I picked up any new subs. Probably not, but we'll look. Maybe. Where's my YouTube studio? There it is. Any more questions before we wrap it up for the night? Nope, new subs. We've been so excited lately. We've been gaining so many subs. We're just 137 jerseys. Come on, yeah, that's a lot. It's insane. It's an insane amount. I've got so many now that it's not feasible to even wear all of them. But I've been pulling them out, and I've been trying to, and I've been buying things to accessorize. Like, I'm buying a lot of these NBA big patch jeans and denim shorts. I got a pair of the big patch NBA denim shorts, and I just won another pair on eBay for like $30 and free shipping on a bidding, and that's a pretty good deal on those. And then I got a pair of these pants, and I'm looking for a couple more jeans, these NBA big logo pants, because they can go with every jersey. And I'm going to start wearing my jerseys a lot more often, because what's the point of having 137 jerseys if you're not wearing them? So, yeah. He said, I had 4 or 5 jerseys, 2 pennies, a Chris Webber, and a Grant Hill. Grant Hill's the one I see the most. And You wouldn't think so, but I see Grant Hill more than I see Jordan, and I see Jordan more than I see Shaq, and those are about the three you see the most. Um, you're over 5K now. That's dope. Uh, the P-Town tag, is that for Plymouth? No, it's for Portland. Portland, Indiana. We had a little street gang. I guess it would be something you call it whenever you're young and stupid, but it was the P-Town, and then we called it Warriors. Warriors. Yeah. You need a Larry Bird jersey. I've got several. I've got the Larry Bird champion jersey in green. I've got it the gold logo went in green. I've got it in white, dead stock with the tags, and I've got the Larry Legend Team USA jersey in white. I've got several Larry Bird jerseys. Southern Savage. He says, I need to find a Larry Champion Gold NBA logo. I lucked out on mine. I caught mine on Poshmark for like $45, and yeah, so I jumped on it. And to be honest with you, I wear that thing. That was one I wore a lot, so I'm lucky that it hasn't gotten damaged. Blaine Newhart, favorite basketball player. It's not that simple. I got favorite basketball players from eras. In the 90s, it was Penny Hardaway. In the early 90s, it was Penny Hardaway till he got hurt. Once he got hurt and couldn't play much anymore, it was Allen Iverson. Then there was a gap between, Allen Iverson and basketball. I didn't watch all the way up until about 2010 or so. I stopped watching during what you call LeBron's young era. LeBron and Carmelo Anthony. I didn't even watch the league around that time. Then I went back to watching it in prison back when Kevin Garnett and the Celtics won the championship. So I don't even have a favorite player from that era. And then after that, it's been Steph Curry ever since. So guess you could say it's been Penny Hardaway, Allen Iverson, and Steph Curry. Those have been the three players I've watched over my tenure of watching basketball. Like I said, there was a gap there from about 2001 to about 2010 or so that I didn't even watch. I missed most of the whole Lob City era. I that too, and then I missed most of LeBron's shit. Blaine Newhart, that's a good list. As good as any. I wasn't. I acknowledge that Michael Jordan is the best, but he, like I said, he just wasn't my favorite to watch. I thought Penny Hardaway was far more exciting until he got hurt. Blaine Newhart said he stopped watching basketball when the Pacers fell off. Yeah, the Pacers run, when they ran up against Shaq and Kobe, that was really about the end of the time I watched. Larry Bird stopped coaching, Reggie retired, the new guys were taking over, Allen Iverson was playing for friggin' Detroit, and I'm like, man, this just isn't, it just wasn't what I wanted to watch at the time, and there was nothing really exciting going around. It was all this hype about LeBron. It really took Steph Curry to get me re-engaged in basketball. And even that was recently. I played pretty regularly, and a friend of mine I played with named Gary Foster started calling me Steph when we'd be playing together. He's like, man, you shoot like Steph. I was like, what does that mean? I don't even. So that's when I got back into watching basketball, and Steph Curry. So. All right, Penny was my favorite by far. Loved his shoes, too. That's what got me into shoes. Oh, man, my mom embarrassed me one time in Foot Locker in the Muncie Mall because it was about the time I went, Penny Hardaway had just done the Galaxy Foam Posits. And it was back to school time, and Mom was like, go in there and pick yourself out a pair of shoes. And I went in there, and I knew exactly what I wanted. I told that guy at the Foot Locker, I was like, man, I want a pair of Penny Hardaway's, the Foam Posits. He says, well, we don't have the Galaxies, but we got the eggplants. Those will do. So he brings out the eggplants, and I try them on. And Mom's like, oh, those are cool. And I was like, yeah, I want these. And he says, okay. And she goes, well, how much are they? I can't remember what it was back at the time. It was like $199 or $249, something like that. It was astronomically high. And Mom was like, right there in the middle of football, she said, nope, put them back. Take them back. She goes, I ain't never spent that much on a pair of shoes for myself in my life. I sure ain't doing it for you. So I ended up leaving out there with a pair of the original Allen Iverson DMXs, the first AIs. And, of course, that really started my love of Reebok right then. Them some of the best shoes. I've got a pair of the retro Allen Iversons. Well, not the retro. I've got a pair of the vintage ones, but I can't wear them because they'll fall apart. But Pacers are nice now. Pacers are looking decent. Tyrese Halliburton's doing all right. He's doing okay. They didn't do good enough to beat LeBron's old ass in that tournament. So... Every so many years, the Pacers have a flare up. They had a flare up when I got out of prison, and they was doing all. I can't remember who was playing for them that season. I think it was the year that Oladipo was playing there, and they was doing pretty decent. But they never hang on for very long. I think there were 200 when offers were 140, 160 tops. Okay, they were 200. Okay, they might have been 200 then. Yeah, that was a lot back then. Eric Bolt, that was a good live tonight. This was a good live tonight. Yeah, I thought so too. I had fun with you guys. And a lot more people stuck around in here than I expected for a Thursday night. So we're winding it down here. I think that's it for the questions. Oh, okay. Chris says Paul George. That was the year Paul George was making the Pacers at least decent. Yeah. Pacers have always been kind of heartbreaking to me. It's like even when they had the best squads, they couldn't get the job done. So I always felt the worst for Reggie. That was a thing. Reggie, if any player deserved a championship and didn't get one, it was him. That's what you get for being loyal to the same team. But okay, guys, I'm gonna dip out of here for the night. It's been a blast, and thank you guys for keeping the conversation going and keeping me busy for this last hour and a half. Hope you enjoyed some of the chatting and some of the spoilers I showed you guys. And make sure that you tune in this Saturday and next Saturday. These next two videos are going to be, they're going to be really good. One's, like I said, one's featuring Froggy Flip, and one will show you exactly how to make a lot of money on Poshmark. I'm really, really excited about this unboxing. So, James Stalker, thanks, man. Have a good night, you guys, too. And we'll catch you guys on the next one.